We now meet Charlie Min, an American documentary filmmaker, and we learn about the subject of his upcoming film about a Portland woman who survived a violent attack in Portland, Texas almost 10 years ago. Welcome to Community Crossroads.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And so, Charlie, talk to us about the story, where it all started back in 2012, and what ultimately drew you to document this horrific tragedy.
June 22nd, 2012, around midnight, a lesbian couple visited a park in Portland, Texas, and they were brutally attacked. One of them was raped and sodomized at gunpoint, and then moments later, both were shot in the back of the head. The bodies were found 9 hours later by a bird watcher, and one passed away, and the other one somehow miraculously survived, and that's Christine Chapa. So this upcoming untitled documentary, as of now, will be released in the fall, and it explores the heroism of Christine Chapa, and we will also honor her girlfriend, Molly Orguin. So this is just a harrowing story that needs more awareness. It deals with LGBTQ, it deals with rape and murder and survival. So we're really looking at the motivational and inspirational facets of this story. We're going to touch on the crime a little bit, yes, but most of it's going to be about Christine Chapa and her heroism.
And what drew you to the story? When did you first learn of this tragedy?
Well, what happened was I was introduced to Christine's attorney, who was actually in my last film about the Travis Scott Festival tragedy that happened last November in Houston. And Mr. Tony Busby, the attorney, is in that movie because he has some clients that were at the Travis Scott concert. And he also represents Christine Chapa, who was involved in the Portland, Texas shooting. So it overlapped and everything just kind of came together.
And what has the documentary process been like? I understand you're in South Texas this week working on filming.
The interviews are very powerful. They're very real, to the point, direct. A lot of people are going to hear things that they have not heard before. Any story fades over time. Even 9/11 fades over time, and I was home for 9/11 in New York. So here we have a story of a couple, a lesbian couple shot in South Texas. Dateline just did a big story on it. So I'm glad that more awareness is being thrown at this thing, because it certainly needs that. We need more activism. We need more awareness. We need more anger, quite frankly, to change things in this country.
And community support. I understand that Christine has a GoFundMe page set up to raise funds to deal with the medical expenses.
Yeah, I mean, think about her ordeal. I mean, being shot in the back of the head, she basically had to start all over. She was in critical condition, had to spend years in rehab and in hospitals and things of that nature. And her rehab still continues to this day. She needs help doing a lot of things. She lost mobility on the left side of her body. She had to learn how to write, how to talk. When you have a brain injury, that affects your whole system.
Wow, I just can't express how much in awe I am of Christine and of you, both of y'all taking on this important topic and sharing a tremendous story. Thank you so much for joining us on Crossroads, and we look forward to continued updates from you and your film crew.
Thank you, Carolina. Thank you so much for having me. But the real hero here is Christine Chapa, not me. But thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Coming up, don't go anywhere, we hear from the Junior League of Victoria.